Hi there and welcome. I'm Nas. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. It's great to have you here with me. It's great. It's very nice. It's very nice to have you here with me. Very nice. That four-letter word, very. So what I noticed recently, and there were two different incidents. One, I was writing an email and I said to the client, I'm very excited to be working with you. Very excited. That four-letter word again. I know usually we think of the four-letter word as a swear word, but very, in my opinion, is just as bad. So instead of saying, I'm very happy to be working with you, what could I have said? How about, I'm thrilled to be working with you? So that's when I realized that when I'm communicating, I don't want to be basic. I don't want to use basic words. So I made a list of 10 that I'd like to share with you where we can replace that four-letter word very with something more dynamic, more interesting. Now, I said there was another story. Well, it was one of my students who wanted to express how interesting, exciting, dynamic something was. And his go-to phrase was I had a very good weekend. I'm very good at my job. I have very nice friends. And then I had to stop him and say, can we level up? Can we dial this up a notch? Instead of using that four-letter word very all the time, can we try to use some extreme adjectives? And a quick note about using extreme adjectives. No, wait, let's do that at the end. Let's first go through some of them. How does that sound? So in that class, I gave my student 10 powerful adjectives, and I'd like to share them with you today. We're going to go through 10. We're going to do it in the form of a fun interactive quiz, and then I'm going to test you at the end. How does that sound? Are you ready? Well, then let's do this. Okay, let's stop saying very. First one on the list is very tired. So instead of saying I'm very tired, how about saying I'm exhausted? I pulled an all-nighter editing this video. I looked like a zombie the next morning. So, when my friend asked me, how are you, Nas? I didn't say very tired because it was more than tired. It was more than very tired. So I said, I'm exhausted. Don't talk to me unless you have coffee. Now tell me which one sounds natural. I'm exhausting, I'm exhausted, or I'm exhaust. I'm exhausted. Don't talk to me until you have coffee. So I'm exhausted. ED is the feeling. If I'm exhausting, it means I make other people feel very, very tired. And I'm exhausted. The only thing I know that's an exhaust is a part of the car. It's that pipe at the back. So I'm exhausted. The feeling, ED. Next up, we have very hungry. And instead of saying, I'm very hungry, how about saying, I'm starving? So I skipped lunch. I delayed dinner. You know why? Because I scrolled food reels for 2 hours. My stomach was growling. It was singing the opera. So I texted to my friend, I'm starving. I'm starving. I'm very, very hungry. I'm starving. If I don't eat in 5 minutes, I'll eat my phone. Now choose the best answer. I'm starving, I'm hungry very much, or I'm hungry. You said I'm starving, right? Fantastic. I'm starving. I'm very, very hungry. I'm starving. Next up, very cold. Very, very cold, freezing. You might have heard me talk about this before. I lived in China for about a year and a half in 2012 and 13. I started in Changchun, which is in the north, and the temperature was minus 30 degrees in the winter. Very cold, very, 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 very cold. It was freezing. So I went this winter to the Alps in a hoodie. I forgot to wear a hat. It was a rookie mistake. Rookie mistake, beginner mistake. I stepped outside, my face turned into ice. And my friend asked, "How's the weather?" I said, "What do you think I said?" "It's very, very cold." Yeah. I also said, "Are you kidding? It's freezing out here. It's freezing." So which one is correct? It's freeze, it's freezing, it's very freezing. If you said B, fantastic, it's freezing. When we use extreme adjectives, we don't use very. That's the tip I was talking about at the beginning. So if you're still here, you just learned something new, didn't you? So I said, "Are you kidding? It's freezing out here." Next up, are you ready for number 4? Very angry. Do you ever get very angry? I do sometimes. And instead of saying very angry, I say furious. Oh, you probably have had this happen to you. I think everyone has. So my roommate finished my last slice of pizza. No apology, just a smile. I wasn't very angry. I was furious. And I was also hangry, hungry, angry, hangry. That's the worst combination. I was hangry, but I was furious. So, what is the upgrade? I'm furious, or I'm very furious. And if you were paying attention earlier, you know we don't use very with extreme adjectives. So, I'm furious, or I was furious. And hangry, the worst combination. Are you ready for, is it number 5, very happy, very happy? When was the last time you were very happy? Let me know in the comments below. So I passed my driving test after failing 3 times, all right. And I got the certificate, the driving license in my hand, and I shouted. What do you think I shouted? I'm very happy? No, more than that. What did I shout? A, I'm thrilled. B, I'm thrilling. Or C, I'm very thrilled. A, I'm thrilled. Not I'm thrilling. Thrilling is the adjective, not the emotion. So the thrilling roller coaster ride, the thrilling movie. But I'm thrilled. I'm very, very happy. And I can't use very with the extreme adjective, so I won't say I'm very thrilled. All right. Number 6 is very funny. I can be very funny sometimes, but instead of saying very funny, we're going to say hilarious. So I watched a comedy last night, or a stand-up show. I laughed so hard. I was rolling on the floor laughing. So to describe this situation, which one would I use? A, that was hilarious. B, that was very hilarious. I think you know by now we're not using very with our extreme adjectives, right? Or C, that was hilariously. No, I'm going to go with A. How about you? That guy wasn't just funny, he was hilarious. He was so much more than funny. He was very, very, very funny. He was hilarious. Next up, we have very clean. Very clean. I wish that my home were very clean. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But if it's very clean, I like to say it's spotless. So I cleaned my kitchen before my mom visited. She walked in, looked around and said, "Wow, it's spotless. Who are you and what have you done with my messy child?" So spotless. But which one is the best usage? The room was spotless. The room was very spotless. We know we're not doing very with extreme adjectives, right? Or C, the room was spotlessly. I'm going with A, the room was spotless. By the way, is your home spotless right now? Mine isn't. I wish it were, but I'm struggling to clean anything because I have a problem with my hand and I need to rest it as much as possible. But as soon as it heals, I'm going to start cleaning and scrubbing, and my home will be very, very, very clean. It will be spotless. But let's stop saying very. And number 8 on the list is very scared. And instead of saying very scared, what are we going to say? Terrified. So I got locked in a parking garage at midnight. I heard footsteps. My brain screamed. How do you think I felt? I was terrifying. I was terrified. I terrified. And if you said B, I was terrified, yes, that's the emotion, terrified. I was terrifying, no, the situation was terrifying. So I'm terrified. Sitting in that garage alone at night, I was terrified because, you know, this is how horror movies start. A woman alone in a garage in the middle of the night. Footsteps. 1, 2, 3. The lights go out. Terrified. Very, very afraid. Terrified. Are you ready for the last one on the list? Okay. But remember, we've got a quiz after this, so don't go away. Oops, I was wrong. It's not the last one. It's number 9. Very small. Very small. Tiny. I booked an Airbnb. Online, it said spacious and bright. Reality, the bed touched the fridge. It was so small. It was very small. This place isn't small. It's tiny. It's tiny. So which sentence is correct? A, the room was tiny. B, the room was small, tiny. Or C, the room was very tiny. The room was tiny because tiny is very, very small. Now, we really are getting to number 10 before our review quiz. So, very good. Very good. You've gotten this far. How many did you get correct so far? 9? Well then, you're not just very good, you are excellent. So, the student handed in an essay. And by the way, I tutor students, so this happens quite often. The grammar, the structure, the ideas, perfect. I looked at him and I said, what do you think I said? That's an excellent job. That's a very excellent job. You guys are smart by now. You know, we're not using very with extreme adjectives. Or that's excellently. No, I'm going to go with A, that's an excellent job. That is excellent. This essay is excellent. Keep it up. Keep it up. Now, don't go away because we're going to go through a little quiz just to reinforce what you've learned. Very tired, exhausted. So which sentence is correct? I'm exhausted or I'm exhausting? I'm exhausted. Why is it I'm exhausted and not I'm exhausting? Because exhausted is how you feel and exhausting is what causes the tiredness. So the meeting was exhausting and now I am exhausted. ED. Are you ready for number 2? Very good. Fantastic. And which one of these is the most formal? That was amazing. That was fantastic. Or that was outstanding. So very good, excellent. But we could also use amazing, fantastic, outstanding. But which one is the most formal? Outstanding, outstanding, fantastic. Number 3, very scared. We spoke about very scared and being terrified. But now Which is the strongest emotion? Nervous, scared, or terrified? Which one is the strongest emotion? And if you said C, terrified, fantastic. Now, I'm pretty busy at work. I'm very busy. I'm swamped. So this means super busy, all right? So which phrase means super busy? I'm sleepy. Yeah, well, if I'm super busy, I get tired and I get sleepy, but no, that's not the one I want. I'm swamped. Yes, I like that one. Or I'm shocked. No, I'm not shocked. I'm swamped. I am very busy. I'm super busy. Number 5, very happy, thrilled, right? We've already done this one, but which sentence is best for professional use? I'm thrilled to be here. I'm super duper happy. I'm buzzing. Now, I'm super duper happy does mean I'm very happy. I'm buzzing also means I'm very happy, but I can't use this in the office, in the boardroom, in a meeting with a client. So I'm going to go with A. I'm thrilled to be here. This is formal, it's fluent, but it's also better than just saying I'm very happy. Now in life, things sometimes go wrong and things are very bad. So, very bad, we could say awful. So which is a stronger word for very bad? Awful, very, very bad, awful. Slightly off, okay. Now, slightly off would be kind of bad, but very bad, I'm going to go with awful. Awful. I'm having an awful day. If I'm having a bad day, I could say, I'm feeling slightly off. I'm not having a great day. But if I'm having a really bad day, I'm going to go with, I'm having an awful day. Remember hungry and hangry and starving. So which would you say at lunch? I'm starving. I'm full. I'm freezing. I'm always starving. Even as I'm making this video, I'm thinking about what to eat next because I'm starving. Very small, remember we said tiny. Now which one is natural or which one sounds natural? That's a very small, cute puppy. That's a tiny, cute puppy. That's a tiny, cute puppy. That's a very small, cute puppy. To be honest, both sound great, but let's go with B. That's a tiny, cute puppy. And number 9, very cold. Remember me in China, freezing. Okay, so can you finish the sentence? I'm freezing out here. I forgot my, is it umbrella, my sunscreen, or my coat? It's freezing out here. I forgot my, yes, C, coat. And number 10 was very funny, hilarious. And which reaction is the strongest? That's funny, that's hilarious, that's okay. And I'm going to bet that you said B, that's hilarious. So well done. If you are still here at the end of this video, well, thank you for watching. Do you know what you've achieved today? Well, you've learned 10 advanced words for very something. So instead of saying very bad, you will now be able to say awful. Not only have you learned these words, but you'll now understand them when native English speakers or advanced English speakers use them. By watching this video, you've just leveled up your language. If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like and subscribe. I upload videos regularly. Also, how about sharing with a friend? Because sharing is caring, and I'm on a mission to help as many students out there level up their English to go from basic and sometimes boring to brilliant. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Nas, and it is ciao for now. See you in the next episode.